Okay, welcome to the Mwegas, and so I watched this video yesterday night, and I thought it would be a good thing to highlight a few things which I had in the video, and this is like you see Sarah Gave. He's British. He's the bald guy. Sorry, man. But and then he's talking to I think his name is Big Brother. Let me just yeah, I think he's talking to someone who goes by the name of Big Brother, and so let me just it was a snippet of a podcast, if I'm not wrong, that is going to be coming out or in the next, that is going to be held. The two are going to have within the next 10 days. So yeah, from the time they did this. So that's, they also say that in the video. And the issue is Taliban. Is the Taliban slicker than your average terrorist? And so Big Brother not only talks about issue of Afghanistan, but talks about the complicity of the media and who the media really answer to. Like, they stop being the fourth estate, they stop being for the people. Now they are not for themselves, but for shadow people, as Big Brother calls them. It's shadow people, people who are behind the scenes, who install presidents and decide the narrative. And there is something Big Brother says. I'm sorry if I'm using Big Brother and it is wrong, but the guy with hair. I apologize for using those descriptions, but you know, anyways, that the shadow people are people behind the scene who install presidents, who decide the narrative. And there is something which he says which got me thinking, and he asked, do you think the arguments that you use when talking about an issue are your arguments, or were they placed there by the shadow people? Right? And he did not mean like, you know, when you're asleep and they come and upload things in your mind. No, what you watch online, what is allowed. Like, for example, 2020, when you are having this pandemic, this virus, right? There were things you could not say on social media. People were banned. Accounts were closed. Even today, there are things you cannot highlight. There are words you cannot use on YouTube. So just the other day, Abba and Preach talked about the issue of vaccine passports, and their video was taken down. Right? Just giving their thoughts about the vaccine passports. When this pandemic started, we were told that we just close the businesses, you know, stay at home. We are working on a vaccine. Once the vaccine is out, then once people take the vaccine, we are going to go back to normal, to what it was before the pandemic. However, and then they said that when the vaccine came out, they said this is voluntary. Voluntary means I can decide not to take it. However, right now it is somehow mandatory because this incompetent fool who is currently in the White House, his administration actually, I don't know if they have already done it. There is a time when his press secretary came and said that they are planning a door-to-door campaign to vaccinate people. Like they show up to you and ask you, have you been vaccinated? I thought this thing was voluntary. And in the US, to the best of my knowledge, is that access to the vaccine, there are no longer any barriers for you to get a vaccine, right? When it started, they started with the elderly, those who are high risk, like those people with comorbidity issues. But then when they were through with those people, now the vaccine is, you can get it. But the admin assumes that the people who have not been vaccinated, it's because they either don't know that the vaccine exists, or they have no information, like they are not informed enough. So they need to be informed about the benefits of taking the vaccine. They have not even imagined that people may not want to get the vaccine because they do not want to. They know all the information, they know it is available, they know where to get it, but they don't want to get it. Anyway, so I was just talking about how information is sieved, like you, and I'm so happy I don't even have 100 subscribers because I don't even think the algorithm will catch my rant about the vaccine. So because that would maybe lead to this video being taken down. But that is what big bro says, that by refusing thoughts which go against the mainstream narrative, when they remove them, when they block them, when they do not share, there is this thing on YouTube where videos are recommended to people. So when you talk about certain issue, your video will not be recommended to people. So now they shape the narrative by blocking and locking out people who have a different perspective. And so now you start believing in lies because you don't know any better. Because when a lie is repeated so many times, it starts becoming believable. And that's why there is this issue of freedom of expression, where you come and say the earth is round, and I come and say no, it is flat, and then we have a discussion. I might be saying it is flat because I am ignorant and I need you to pass your knowledge to me, or I could be saying it is flat because from my perspective that is what I see. And then you also, from your perspective, you say it is round, it is a globe because of A, B, C, D, and then we agree to disagree, or we agree, or whichever the case. But that is how the shadow people are shaping your thought process, right? And I have no problem being wrong. I accept it. If I said something and you come to me and you offer and present evidence and argument which is logical to me, I will see your point. Okay? But right now, talk about issues of trans people, blocked. Talk about issues of feminism, blocked. Talk about issues of COVID-19, blocked. They only allow you to say things if you are repeating what they have allowed you to say, like what is mainstream. The Young Reaper has had a couple of his videos what not taken taken down or blocked or something for quoting World Health Organization and CDC, and it is only by him appealing that decision that they have been allowing his video on. Actually, right now, he's the person I go to when I want to know issues of COVID-19, and especially in the America, because he's the one who is doing a lot of work from a layman, you know, not these lying doctors, these people who just because the World Health Organization said this thing did not come from this place, then we just have to believe them. They're the same World Health Organization who has been flip-flopping on everything and anything. Come on. Right now, I have no, whatever trust I had, which was very little, in the medical establishment, very little. So now it's less than that. Anyway, I was talking about Big Bro, and I will post a link to this video. It is very informative and eye-opening. I like people who go against the grain. I like people who are not afraid to think outside of what is mainstream. Those people who are not afraid of raising questions, asking questions about other possibilities, no matter how far-fetched they were. You know, if 2019, 2012, 2013, you know, if you had told anyone that people will be required to have passports that show that they have been vaccinated to move within their own country, people would have called you crazy. People would have called you crazy, right? There are vaccine, proof of vaccines when you go outside a country. That one is, you know, it's acceptable, for lack of a better word, because maybe, for example, when I am a Kenyan, so this is Africa. So when you want to travel internationally, you have to have proof of yellow fever vaccination, right? Because wherever you are going, people don't want me. Maybe I have yellow fever and I take it there because I'm moving cross borders. However, I have never been stopped in the streets of Kenya, no matter where I went to, and I was asked for proof of a yellow fever vaccine. Never, because I'm in my country. Okay, but right now in France, there was a video circulating where people are having a meal or whatever outside, and you see police going asking for proof of vaccination in your own country, and then you say that this is not a crazy world. Anyway, so I will really recommend that. So let's just listen a little bit of his thoughts about the Afghan issue.
But go on, continue.
Yeah. As I was saying, over 69,000 soldiers, Afghan soldiers, heroes in my book.
Someone said it is on Sarah. Hang on 1 second. Someone says it is off. Which one of you it's not available in my region? Okay, no problem.
It was available in my region.
Yeah, it was available.
I donated myself.
There you go. Someone just donated.
I have to donate to Sarah.
BigBroHeavyweight, thank you very much.
Yeah.
It's on. Thank you very much.
It's very kind of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, now, as I said, over 69,000 Afghan soldiers died fighting for their country, to bring their country in a direction that they feel would benefit their children and their children's children into the future. Almost 2 million. Imagine that for a moment. Over 2 million, Afghans have been injured in this. And I haven't even brought up the mental health yet. The mental health of seeing bombs and planes and weddings blown to pieces.
Big up yourself.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we haven't spoken about that. You can see a murder in London, and the first thing they're saying, oh, somebody saw it, and their mental health. What about the mental health of you dropping bombs that can destroy 20 or 30 acres, just like that? Just like that, because you see, the reason I'm speaking about this is that nobody's going to play the game with me of me dehumanizing somebody because of their religion. There are people as well, they go shopping as well. They want to find someone to love as well. Their kids have to go to school as well. And what we have done, we have played a dangerous game of dehumanizing people purely on behalf of the religion. And don't get it wrong, I'm not Muslim. Do you understand? I'm not Muslim. Do I have respect for Muslims? 100%. Why shouldn't I? Because they have a belief system. It might not be my system, but it's their system. And if they believe in it, and they follow what they call what was it called? If they follow the what is it now?
Prophet of Rasulullah or what?
No. If they follow the I'll remember it in a moment. But it's their religion and it's their belief, and I'm not quite certain that I'm on the path of demonizing somebody just because of that. I'll demonize them for other reasons, but that's not what I'm going to demonize them for. Anyway, so there were over 69,000. Let me put that into context. When you had the Vietnam War, the last war where the Americans left like cowards with their tails between their legs, they lost, I think it was 57,000 soldiers, and that was deemed a national tragedy. Afghanistan, that didn't have the weapons, what they had was the fighting spirit. They fought to save their country, and over 69,000. How dare Joe Biden, do you understand? How dare Joe Biden have the damn nerve to point his finger at the Afghan army?
So I don't want to let it run too much. Just a snippet of his thought process and how he's presenting his points. And it is important that you go and watch this video in its entirety, and if possible, subscribe to Sarah Garvey's channel, so that when the live comes, when they have the live podcast, you can join in, and if you are in a position to support, you support. If you are there to just listen, you listen, so that you grow your knowledge. Okay, grow your knowledge, because at the end of the day, it is at the end of the day, you get a different perspective, a perspective that you may not have had or even entertained, and that is what seeking knowledge is about. So so I'm going to leave it there. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so, and see you in the next video.